How does water have a best before date?
That's just
conspiracy. This has been around since the world. So how has that got
Since
best
the
before?
world.
Since the world began. Well, let's start on that. Why not? What a great place to
So
begin.
back when the world began.
When the world began. Well, last time we had you on, we were talking about, you were meant to do a science show anyway, weren't you?
Oh my God, yeah, I forgot about that. I
There
can't
we go.
remember what I was talking about. I had some weird niche knowledge about something completely unrelated to the pod
Yeah.
that I just cracked on about.
And it was
the VOE episode.
It was the VOE
Yeah,
one.
that was
I
the
missed
one.
that.
And we called it something like pomegranate or like pineapple something.
Your memory's better than mine. I forgot
Yeah,
about that until you brought it up.
to
The
be
only strong memory I have from that pod was the girthy Turkish delight.
Nice.
Once we're about a minute in and we're straight,
And we're
onto
straight
the-
back into
Unreal.
it. Yeehaw.
That's great. Hello everyone, welcome back to Full Circle. Appreciate you watching. It's just us. It's just us. You've left me for a while, Dan, to be honest.
I know, I feel like
you were on the Joe and Ellis one, but apart from that,
Yeah, I think I've missed 2 or 3 episodes now.
yeah, I've had to do some solo missions.
Yeah.
There was, Abby, you might not have even seen it. The demand for your return was astronomical.
No
it's all I
way.
see everywhere is get her back.
Stop it.
Um,
Happy to be here.
Yeah, thanks for coming back. I think we'll cover a few things today. It'd be really cool, I guess, later on to talk about sort of what it is that we actually all do at NCS. I know me and you've done it before, like on probably episode 1 or 2, Dan, like of series 1. But yeah, we can get some clarity on kind of what Abby does and how I guess our roles have shifted over the years. I've got quite a few questions from Discord as well. So should be a lovely episode. But how we feeling? We're feeling good. We're ready.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Excited?
Well, I mean, Dan's been craving for me to mention this. I actually realised when I was watching the Joe and Ellis podcast that you say to me about ADE and I go, oh yeah, we'll touch on it later.
Yeah.
And just completely forgot to speak about it. But we are going to be back at ADE, and even bigger news, we've got a night space DJ event happening. Fox Stevenson's going to be playing, Andromedic, Ellis, Tazoki, a whole bunch more. It is on the 19th, Thursday the 19th at Jimmy Woo. Which should be super sick. I'm gassed.
I'm
Can't wait for that
super
one.
excited.
So keen.
It's the best, man. I mean, last year at ADE, we did our like family hangout thing, where we basically just like had a bar, and I think after about half an hour in, we were like, okay, we need more space. There's too many people.
Yeah.
It was insane.
It was rammed in there. That was a packed event.
That was actually where we met for the first time.
Yeah, so
Oh,
that
really?
was before
Yeah.
I actually worked for NCS. So that was back when I was still working for Liquidity. I got bought as a +1 to the NCS night space. And that was the first time that me and Dan met.
Yeah.
And I think it was maybe only a few months after that when I was moving out of Amsterdam and looking for a new job that I remembered that meeting and hit you up and then ended up here.
No way.
Yeah,
I wonder if you saw me that night. I was
possibly.
Yeah, I
I
think
I
so.
saw Charles briefly.
Was she crying in the corner?
I think it was before or after that episode. Bless
That
her.
was so peak. Yeah,
Poor
we
thing.
we had some stress at the last one because we got there and there was like a few logistical things that just didn't quite fall into place, but it ended up being really fun.
It was really fun.
I was just running around sweating, like filming loads of things. I remember people like coming up to me and being like, how are you so drunk? And I was like, no, I'm not. I just look like a mess because I'm like running around trying to do work.
I think a few people were though. Like the open bar was a bold choice.
Dangerous game.
Oh, yeah.
Dangerous game. But we're back again this year for another event, and this time at like a proper club night space. We did a similar thing back in 2019 when it was just you actually at NCS that time, and me and Abby weren't there then. But this year's going to be sick.
Yeah, I think the lineup for this year is insane, and I think the thing that's nerve-wracking for me is like this is our like first proper event. The rest have been kind of like come hang out, just invite loads of people, and eventually the room fills up. But this one we're throwing ourselves out there in the deep end. So.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
think
are.
there's a lot more pressure on that sort of thing where you have like tickets to sell, and it's sort of like who's going to turn up. But I think the lineup that we've pulled together, you'd be silly not to.
It's nuts. It's crazy. I mean, like I said, Fox Stevenson's playing, which is just crazy.
So exciting.
Andromedic, who we've all seen play live when we were in
unreal live
Estonia.
sets.
He's sick. I mean, I was emailing him and his manager the other day, and like, I just started it off with like, you guys are killing it with shows at the moment. Like, it's insane just to get those guys playing. Ellis, who's on the last pod's going to do it, which is sick. But like Abby mentioned, we are selling tickets. So if you guys are at ADE, I'm going to address the audience. Hello. If you guys are going to ADE and haven't yet, you can click the link in the description. I'll put it right at the top, and get a ticket. As of this episode going out, we'll be like basically just under a month away, which is super exciting. Less than that.
Less
a
than,
few weeks.
yeah,
Sorry, a
less
few
than,
weeks.
because we're getting there on the 18th.
Yeah.
so
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're going to be there from the Wednesday. So again, any artists watching, just like hit us up. Send me a message on Instagram, just on my personal, and we can connect and do something. But it'd be probably good, Dan, to give a little bit of a rewind in time to the 2019 Night Space, the first actual club night, I guess, that we did.
Well, yeah, I mean, did you guys go to ADE that year?
No,
My
I
first was
wasn't
last
even
year.
working in music in 2019.
Right, okay.
I was
Neither.
young.
See, I feel like I'm getting older now. 2019 we did a showcase at Club Maya in Amsterdam, and that was Shipwreck, Retrovision, whatever. I think Eggsod played, but that was such a fun night. That was just like all of the artist family hanging out. I think the room was only like 200 people type of thing, but it was such a cool hangout. And then we did this thing called the Day Space, and that was the first year that we did the Night Space, which is a club night, and then the Day Space, which is like a family hangout where there's like master classes, like panels, demo drops, etc., all on. And since then, we've basically done the Night Space, Day Space thing for the past few years. But yeah, it was an unreal time. ADE is my favourite time of year, for sure.
It's the best.
Same.
I mean, how many have you been to?
This one will be my second. I've only been to the one last year, and it flipped some kind of switch in me, and I won't ever not be there now.
Yeah.
It was just the most fun I've had, I want to say, ever.
I think I agree. I mean, my last week at work, maybe. Or maybe I did one more after that. It was one of the last things before I left.
That's right.
I've timed it perfectly.
Yeah.
I basically had a bit of a holiday.
Yeah.
Done ADE, had a bit of a holiday, come back and run ADE again.
What a full circle moment.
Oh,
one.
That's one.
That's one.
We've already mentioned the others.
Oh, we have mentioned Ellis. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
we're getting through them, man. I just need to say. Did I say that? Have I mentioned?
you haven't.
I haven't. Oh, yeah. And I agree with you, Abby, completely. It was maybe one of the best weeks I've ever had. Like, I mean, I think I was probably in that mode where I was like, well, I'm leaving anyway. Like, I remember you said to me, I was like, well, what do you want me to do this week? And you were just like, just go and meet people, which is kind of my remit for this year as well. But like, I guess maybe that takes a bit of pressure off it, where it's not like I haven't got to worry about someone emailing me that I did something stupid the week after or whatever. But it was sick, man. I mean, I'm trying to think of the events that we went to. What was the one that we went to in Melkweg?
So we went to see Monster Cats showcase.
Yeah, the Monster Cat show was sick.
Monster Cat showcase. I think there was maybe a Trap Nation one somewhere. I don't know whether that was Melkweg or that was another one. There
was the ones that we went to where there was like, I think it was like a British DJ, but also like rapper. I can't remember. It was in Melkweg.
Sure.
It was in the room where Bitbird
Hospitality.
did it. Hospitality.
Oh, were you guys at Hospitality
Yeah,
too? We
yeah.
must have walked past each
For
other
sure,
so many
much,
times that week before I'd properly met you.
I think it was Degs. Is it
Maybe.
Degs?
Yeah.
Was it the one that had Camo and Crooked on it as well?
I think so, yeah.
That was a really good event.
Really
it was
cool
the last night, and it was just everyone had that real unhinged
Yeah.
Saturday night energy.
Yeah, ADE is...
Day 4.
I think my favourite thing about ADE, though, is... Yes, it's like going to the events and meeting people and bumping into people. But my main thing is actually, because Amsterdam is so small, the whole industry is there. You're walking down the street and it's like, oh, it's Joe. Oh, it's so-and-so. Like, you
But it's
literally
like
walk
literally what
into
Abby
people.
said. You
Yeah.
actually just, the amount of times you would have just walked past someone.
Yeah.
So many.
Yeah.
Because I think we were saying earlier that there was a bunch of events, like the more mixery type social events that we were all at, and we didn't even realise.
Yeah, it's insane. But our Night Space event, there's obviously sick venues, like you've got Melkweg, which is sick. Ours is going to be at Jimmy Woo, which have you been to Jimmy Woo before?
I have been to Jimmy
You've
Woo,
been,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Venue's cool, yeah.
It's a really cool venue. So the whole of the ceiling is covered in these like vintage type lights. So I think they can do like lighting effects and all sorts. And yeah, it's 2 rooms. So
yeah, we're going to do like a more housey room.
Yeah, I think the idea is one's a bass room, one's more of like a lighter kind of sounding room, like a housey, future house, future bass.
Yeah, it'll cover all aspects. So like if you're coming through, like just come down. The lineup's sick. I mean, who else have we got on? Vengeance playing.
I love Vengeance.
That's a really exciting one.
I don't know. It suddenly seems like we just pulled these names out. And there's loads more as well. If you guys click the a link to get a ticket. You can find somewhere the full lineup. It'll be on socials and stuff as well. If you can't make it to ADE though, like same as last year, stay up to date on Instagram and stuff. We're going to be doing updates, kind of little vlog stuff that we did last time. And as Dan mentioned as well, we did the day space starting back in 2019, did similar thing last year, and we're doing another one again this year, which is on the Saturday, the 21st at Studio Zeeburg, which I won't go into specifics on it, but we're kind of similar thing to last time. So we were doing demo drops, some masterclasses, panels type thing, which last year was sick. I mean, you were saying earlier before we recorded that this is a whole new thing for you, this kind of
I've never
area
really been
of it.
to anything like this. I feel like I spent most of my time at ADE last year at mixers or night events. I've not really done any of the day type things.
It's almost like a day mixer, I would say, what ours is. Yeah. There was like 200 people there last time. It was just...
Yeah, we were in this, like, I would describe it as like quite a fancy room. Like, it was nice. There was like crockery, a lot of crockery around.
Random.
And I remember being like, we've got to like move this stuff. These kids are coming in going crazy. But it was sick. We did we had like a format of the podcast that I'm sure you guys have seen that was so cool. We basically just did like really quick 5-minute snippet interviews where I mean, usually up to that point it'd been me and you all the way on every podcast, but then I was just like, right, you can go. I'll just grab people and like, so I don't know, Arcando would walk in, I'll be like, yo, come over here, do a podcast. And then we had like weird combinations where I think I had oh my god, Cadmium and Andrew A sat next to each other.
A combo you'd never ever think would happen.
Australian guy, American guy, like, which is again why I love ADE. Like, you get these people from all around the world, and especially with like a label like NCS where the community is so online based, like, and it's never going to be possible to get every single person that we interact with, especially like on the Discord, it's all around the world in one place. But if there's a place where it's going to happen, like ADE is that. I mean, someone like Andrew travelled from
I can't believe he came
Australia,
from Australia,
bro.
A lot of people did. The group that I was with there with last year, they came from New Zealand.
That's
So
nuts,
people
isn't it?
really travel a long haul for it. But I think if you work in the industry, it's just an invaluable amount of time to spend there.
How come you were at ADE then? Obviously, you're from Australia. We didn't fly over for it. Why were you at ADE?
So I was living in Amsterdam at the time. I was working for Liquidity, and a lot of the things that I bumped into you guys at or walked past you at, I was there with the Liquidity crew, just sort of expanding my network, socializing. And then a lot of the nighttime events, there was a handful that friends of mine played at, so I went along to support them. And then a lot that I just went to for fun. Yeah, the hospitality one was definitely one that was just for fun. That's my favorite sort of music. That was
so
great.
fire.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, it was super like. What was that guy that you said that I mentioned? The one that was playing.
Degs.
Yeah, like I love his sound. It was so raw, like such a raw sound. It's sick,
he's
man.
great, super talented. He MCs and he DJs.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was dope. So good. There was some really cool events. Well, I'm trying to think of other things that we went to. I mean, I saw that was when I did my 23-hour day. So we had which I feel like I've mentioned that every day, like in the last 2 weeks, man. I like woke up at 7 a.m. Went up, had breakfast, then we did like some stuff in the day, had to prep for our family night, did that, and then Ellis in the day was like, do you reckon you could like come and film some bits of me at Melquick? I was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, what time's your set start? And he was like, 4:30. I was like, okay,
great.
right. So then we came out of our event, which finished at what, like 11? Was it later?
Say 11, 12.
Yeah. And then
early.
And then came out of that, and we were sat at that bar, like in one of the squares, and I was editing a reel. Do you remember? I posted it like after like drunk, just editing this reel, which I don't recommend, but it is what it is. It's ADE. And then from there, like went to backstage Melkweg, like saw like Coven, I think, were there. And then Ellis's set was in like one of the rooms there for the Monster Cat show that started at like 4:30, so then was filming that, and then finished there at 6. I think his set finished, packed it down, and to be fair, the turnout was good. Like I think you went there for the start of the set, right? Just for the big night. No way. So then we packed it up, and then I got back into bed at 8 a.m. 7 a.m. So I woke up at 8 a.m. the one before I got to bed at 7. I was like, how have I just done 23 hours?
Well, I think I'm probably going to end up doing that on our event because it's till 5 anyway. Like I'm gonna be there till the end for sure, then I'm sure I'll just end up hanging around and talking to people, and then it'll be.
But if it finishes at 5, surely you're not home till 7. Like if it's
And
your,
then
if it's our
by
event.
the time you're home at 7, there's going to be stuff starting at 10 on the Friday.
I mean, I've got a meeting at like 12, I think.
That's
midday,
peak, bro.
so
yeah.
couple
But
hours.
it's different. It's like when you go on like a holiday, but I think ADE even more so. You know, when you like in your extra tank of like energy, it's like I produce a new one for ADE,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
for some reason I can just go, man. It doesn't stop me. Like I wasn't hungover at all. I don't think the whole time there.
I think the hangover hits you afterwards. I think it just builds up over the 5 days. And then after the 5th day, you're like, wow,
One
I've
mega
never felt
hangover.
worse.
Touch wood twice on the flights as well. We've got a problem. Oh, actually, I'm not flying with you guys. You've got the Abbey curse with you.
Well,
I've had
I'm
the worst
driving,
luck.
so
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, lucky you're not on the same flight as me because I genuinely think I have a curse on me with flights this summer. I've had 3 cancellations, 1 14-hour delay, and 1, I think it was only about a 5-hour delay, but still, it's not fun.
That's
but
not
you
fun.
do seem to
Yeah.
book the last flight that's possible.
Because it's the cheapest.
Right.
Plus Estonia. You had a delay with us in Estonia of like 3
yeah,
hours.
true,
Yeah.
actually, yeah.
You're on 4. Oh
yeah.
man, let's hope
It's just
that-
been really poor luck.
Yeah, it's not good.
Mm.
And you're driving.
Yeah, I'm driving because I'm taking all their stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Just taking
Yeah.
all the kit. So
You should take the creeper. You
yeah,
should take the creeper. That'd
yeah.
be good.
Well, yeah.
Should have got the Eurostar.
Well, no, but we've still got the massive sign.
Oh,
as
the
well.
We have
visualizer,
the
of
really
course,
big
yeah.
visualizer,
Yeah.
yeah.
Everything but the kitchen
And
sink.
like merch and stuff. We're bringing loads of merch.
Yeah, which would be sick for kind of stuff like the day space. Like last year when we did the photos in front of the visualizer, that stuff's really cool.
Man, the merch last year. Do you remember? We put down like
What did we take? We had.
There was
Did we
like-
have caps?
there was caps, there was t-shirts, and there was hoodies.
And we just put
And
it out.
they're just completely gone within the hour. And I was hoping that was going to last the whole day.
Yeah. Can't blame them though. I love my hoodie.
Yeah, yeah.
My
Yeah,
hoodie's
good for them.
fantastic.
That's good.
I like the size of that logo, but there was one the logo was too big.
Yeah.
Is it the big boxy one that's right down the middle?
No, it was
Or-
it was one of these, but we just had it,
It
too
was like
big.
that.
Yeah.
It was just too much.
Yeah.
I quite like the one that I know. I don't think you're a fan of it. The one that has the yellow below it and the music without limitations, which I don't think is a relevant quote
Yeah.
for anything anymore. But I quite like that one.
Yeah.
And it was sick last year, like you said about the merch, but also like the amount of people that you meet outside of artists. Like there was fans there that was sick. Like we were talking about it earlier when people came through that just wanted to hang out.
Yeah,
It was
someone
sweet.
came with their mom.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, yeah,
Love
I
that.
suppose it is a cool place to just hang out and meet other like producers or meet the team or like just music industry, like hang out really.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Especially for people that have come through to the night space earlier, because that is on the Thursday and then the day space is on the Saturday. If you come through to the night space and you want to have a chance to talk to any of us or any of the artists or anyone that you've met there, obviously the night space is going to be really full on. Come through to the day space afterwards, chill, hang out, chat, get to meet people properly.
Let's Barbenheimer the
Barbenheimer
that's
this.
good. Let's Barbenheimer this, man.
So you got to do
Oh
both.
my god, that would be
Which
great.
one's Barbie and which one's Oppenheimer though? Do you reckon the night space is Oppenheimer?
No.
Do you reckon?
Because
Barbie's
it's
a
the party.
Yeah.
I can't lie, I've not seen either.
Neither have I.
I don't have the
What?
patience. I don't have the patience for films.
No, neither.
What do you mean you don't have the patience for films?
I can't.
So do you not watch
sit-
films at all?
No, not really. I watch TV shows.
What if you
That's
watch
longer.
3 episodes of TV? You
No, but like short episodes. So if I watch 3 half-hour episodes of something, that is
Do you
still
watch-
shorter than an average film these days.
It is, yeah.
Do you watch TikTok while you're watching?
Yes.
Yeah, I knew.
Yeah.
That's just everyone.
Bro,
now.
I hate, man, if I sit with someone and they go on the phone and then they look up at the thing we're watching, they go, well, why is that happening?
Yeah.
Well, you've been sat watching the Savage dance for like 2 hours.
You would
got-
hate to watch a film with me. I love scrolling through my TikTok while I'm watching a film and then putting it down and asking my boyfriend a million questions.
See, this feels like a role reversal for me and you. I would expect you to be more attentive to watch a film and me to be like just distracted and scrolling on my phone.
Really? I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe that's like my 1 week spot is attention span with media.
Oh God, I love it. So you haven't, neither of you have seen Barbie or Oppenheimer?
No.
Neither of
You'd
them.
love Oppenheimer, man. That's right up your street.
Would I?
Just like it's like sitting around talking about things
Well,
happening.
I saw someone.
You're going to have to be more specific.
Yeah,
mate.
someone reviewed it and it just sounded like it was just talking for ages and then something, happens. So I was just not.
But a bomb
that-
explodes.
Yeah.
And
I didn't want to say it.
just
I didn't-
something,
trying to keep the
something.
monetization.
It was. I really liked it. I really liked it, and I wouldn't say I'm a film nerd, but I'm into films. I'm trying to get the sponsor in. Radnor.
Radnor
I'm trying to get Prime.
contains
We
water.
need to get a Prime sponsorship. That's the one that we need.
I know, man.
Yeah.
That's the one.
I
Has
have seen
anyone
bottles
ever,
somewhere.
ever drank
I
Prime?
haven't had Prime yet.
You know, Prime's illegal in Australia.
Is it?
I'm not sure if actually no.
I'm not sure it's per se illegal.
Let me reel that back before I say something that's completely untrue. I'm not sure if it's illegal. I think it's heavily restricted to the point that you can't get it in supermarkets.
It might just not be, because it might be like caffeine.
Well,
Or whatever. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
To that point, the first ever bottle of Prime I ever saw in my life was one bottle of green Prime, which is lime, I guess, in a 7-Eleven in Sydney.
No way.
One of them.
Maybe I'm just chatting shit. Then.
Yeah.
That might not be
No,
true.
I don't know. But yeah, that's weird. But no, you can get them. You can have them.
Well, first time I tried it, because I hadn't tried it.
Oh, you have had it?
I was with Billy. I think we were in Poland or we were somewhere, and he had one in his car, and I was like, I've never had one of those. He's like, he drinks them all the time, and I tried it. Super sweet. You tried it?
No, I've never had one.
It's
I'm
quite
not
nice,
really an
but
energy drink person.
I don't think it's really. Yeah, it's like I really like a.
Isn't it
Lucozade
like
type
low
thing, or-
just sugar?
There's no sugar. There's things like
It's
hardly any
caffeine.
sugar in it.
Oh, really?
No, that's the energy drink version. Anyway, this is a topic that
This
the
is
whole
a real
industry is talking
segue.
about.
But
We
yeah,
have no knowledge on it.
I'd be down to get a Prime.
Anyway,
Prime
that's
sponsorship.
sponsorship.
Yeah,
If you're listening,
Please, like just in
who
case.
is it? Logan Paul.
And KSI.
KSI, yeah.
Oh man, I wonder. I wonder. But just back to the topic at hand. AD is going to be super sick. Like we said, if you guys are there, even if you're not attending events, just hit us up in a message. Let us know. We're going to be cutting around. We're there from the 18th, Wednesday the 18th.
Yeah,
And then-
until Sunday the 22nd.
Yeah. So yeah, let us know. Would love to see you guys at the day space if you can make it at the night space. The good thing about the day space as well is that it runs for like ages. It's from like 11 till 4ish.
And that's all ages as well, day space.
All ages day space. Obviously, if you're coming to the night space, 18 plus. Again, tickets in the description. If you're coming through to the day space, all ages, anyone's welcome.
There will also be a ticket thing for that.
Oh, okay, brilliant,
So
cool.
they just need to sign up. It's free, but they
Yeah,
just need to sign up.
sick, amazing. Yeah, should be good. Let's listen to some music.
Let's
I
do
think.
it.
Yeah,
All right,
great.
cool. First track, Andra, who we were hanging out with. Speaking of events, when we were in
Beach Grind.
Beach Grind,
Yeah.
Yeah.
she's got a track coming out with us called Bye Bye.
Yeah.
As of this video going out, it'll be out like really soon.
Maybe a few days
Yeah,
afterwards.
2 days after this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick. Let's give this one a listen.
I don't know why it gives me a little bit of Avril Lavigne vibes. Am I making
I
that
was
up?
about to say her voice sounds like Halsey.
Oh, yeah,
That's
same-
what
same
I'm getting
bracket.
from it.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
Very Halsey, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just love this one. It's
so happy.
Actually, do you know what it's
Feel
giving?
good.
The Veronicas. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like this could be in like an early 2000s chick flick.
Yes.
Like a She's the
Yeah.
Man type.
That's such a good
Yeah.
shout.
That's what-
Like as like the big doors on the American home like burst open.
Yeah.
She's like running out.
Or
That's
like a
great.
montage while she's getting a makeover or something.
I'm
Yeah.
also thinking like a Love Island, like a scene where they fall in love, like they
yeah.
eventually finally kiss.
It's
Yeah,
the,
yeah. And
then
the
it's
final cut. Yeah.
Too
yeah.
hot to handle type
Too
vibes.
hot to handle.
What a show if you haven't watched Too Hot to
Too Hot
Handle,
to
by the way,
Handle,
and you
man.
need something to binge.
That's like we're talking about your watching habits. That kind of stuff is way out my ballpark. Oh, God,
Really?
I don't like it. Man.
See, it's so brain dead that I can watch that and go
Yeah.
on TikTok at the same time.
Okay, yeah, true.
Sweet spot.
Just a random question, actually. Not like we had a little bit of debate about this before. The
Oh, here we
What
go.
genre is this?
what genre is this,
So
guys?
I think
We'll just play a little bit more, just to kind of get a
Just
feel
get
for
it,
it.
get it on the chorus.
Yeah, all right.
yeah, but you're biasing it if it's just the chorus.
And what's the debate?
So I said that to me it gives me like indie dance vibe, kind of like Roud, kind of the similar stuff that we put out recently. Your argument is that it's
I personally think it's drum and bass, and I'm going purely off the beat. The
Which-
fact that it's definitely in the BPM range
I
to
would-
consider it drum and bass.
I would agree. However, I think the verses are indie dance. So I think we should
well,
let
the
the
best-
What colour's that
community
circle
vote.
gonna
The
be?
best bit was when we were
Community
conversating.
vote's a good
Oh,
idea.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, we can stick that on the community tab somewhere.
But
yeah,
also,
that's a
if you
good shout.
guys don't vote for drum and bass, I'm leaving the server.
Oh wow! There was my quote that I liked before it was you were trying to sort of, I guess, play into Dan's hand because you didn't believe that he was right, and you went, well, you going to drum bass. You went, I don't know, it's indie dance, and you went, well, I guess the vocal maybe, like, just not. But either way, no matter what the genre is, banger.
Great track.
Really like
Great
it.
track.
Super nice
one.
vibes.
Yeah.
I think in general, it seems like we're kind of pushing quite a positive sound as of recent. I mean, you do have the odd one of just like.
I mean, yeah.
But which always has to creep in. But a lot of them, like you mentioned, Roud, and the
bit more feel good.
Yeah. The what's the tune that I really like at the moment? The one that I keep singing. Yeah, like that.
Fighting
It's like kind of
Inside,
like bouncy. I really like
Love
it.
that one. Just quick plug on that one as well. We've recently updated the Feel Good Sounds on the Spotify, which is a really fun playlist if you like that sort of vibe that we've been playing.
Very
Sick.
cool.
Go check it out.
This is what I'm leaving. You form more coherent sentences, and this is the type of stuff that, like, if Charles watching back through, she'll go, "Oh God, that was so good. That'd be a nice one."
Oh, stop it. Too kind. I just like to talk.
Same.
Always have stuff to say.
Me and you both. AC13 and comma D. Waves.
Still same vibes.
All right.
Feel good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna skip through this one a little bit.
Oh yeah.
When these waves come crashing down, yeah, my feet won't reach the ground.
Oh, I love this one.
Waves come crashing down.
This is the sound. This is the sound right now.
My feet won't reach the ground.
So there's no question about this. This is definitely dubstep. This is definitely dubstep.
I was actually going to say this is trap.
Oh, that's fire.
Listen to the verse as well. It's
Hang
got
on.
comedy
Whoa,
on this
whoa,
one
whoa,
as well.
whoa, whoa,
Yeah, hold the phone.
Reload.
Reload. Pull up,
Was
pull
he
up.
spitting for a moment then? What the
That's
heck?
not him, so that's actually comedy,
This is comedy.
on this one.
Okay, right.
When these waves come crashing. I look for answers, I ain't finding loads. With me and you know I gave it all my life and soul. We drifted off and still it's left me with these giant holes. Nothing to fill the gap and all I feel is highs and lows. I pour a drink and sit and wonder why we rivaled lows.
Oh, man.
See, I was man enough to leave, you gave the final blows.
Bro, what the hell?
Feel good.
Oh
Feel
my god.
good.
There's a few NCS tracks over the years that are creeping into the Sam Mason rotation. And that might be it. That's so fire. What the heck? It's super UK. I mean, obviously because of the vocal as well, but like it's that I never know how to like define it. Like it's almost like roots from garage with like the like really sort of muted like drums like I don't know what the word is. I don't know how you describe it with a word, but like it feels kind of like in the best way, like a block of flats. Do you know what I mean?
What?
Like it's
No.
like rough. We've said it before. We've said it before on the podcast. Like it's like, I mean, that one's very happy and bouncy still, but it's like the production of it just feels like it's from here. There's something about it, man. I love that.
Yeah,
I'm
I
a
like that one as
really
well. I
big
think it's
fan.
really good. I think it's good that we also seem to get like quite a different side of AC13 to some of the other labels.
Oh, really?
Like if you listen to his catalogue, there's a lot of heavy drum and bass, but we're getting this real like summery, liquidy, upbeat vibe tracks from him, which is like nice to hear a bit of diversity, I think.
Yeah, that feels like it's in the same kind of world as that. And pick up the pieces and so.
Love
Oh
that one.
yeah, that's
Played
pretty
when-
as
on
well.
the BOE
Yeah, I
one,
think we
yeah.
did that one last time I was
So
here.
sick. Yeah, AC13, comma D, Waves.
Vibes.
Waves.
This is a big one. Oh, just watch it.
Oh
Waves.
no, waves.
Big one.
Is this
Diamond Eyes.
Oh,
Diamond
big.
Eyes is back?
Big Diamond Eyes is back. New tune, Devil. Let's give this one a listen. Love Diamond Eyes, man.
He's really switched up his style,
Yeah.
which I'm super excited about.
His voice is just so unique.
Yeah.
Skip through it a bit.
This one's less feel good, to be honest. Turn it up a little bit.
I'm scared.
Oh my God, you are the devil.
That like muffled vocal's so nice. Is that like guitar? I don't even know what that noise is. Oh, it sounds like that needs to be on like a FIFA advert or something, man. Like a gaming advert.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
that is sick. So good to have Diamond Eyes back.
Yeah, I've been chatting with him a lot just about like all of his upcoming music. He's working on some amazing stuff. Yeah, like he's had a very kind of like euphoric, feel good sound, and I'm really excited about this newer stuff that's coming. That's a bit more like in your face, like like I'm back.
Got like a swagger to it.
Yeah.
I think so. Especially, I think when I was last at NCS, he put out the project. I can't quite remember what the name of it was.
23.
Yeah,
23.
Yeah.
Reimagine.
Yes, the Reimagine one, and like that was all kind of like very spacey and like airy. Whereas that is just it's a sucker punch, man.
Yeah.
Really sick. And then also, following up, there's only few things that can probably follow up a Return of Diamond Eyes. And can I give away what this is? All right, cool.
They'll know who it is anyway.
Oh yeah,
it's
true.
a VIP.
We've got a VIP of the infamous Never
You've
Have I
come through
Ever.
with the selection
It's
today.
big, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like I had some tracks selected and you guys just before we started were like, you need to put these on.
No, I
See, I
love
could have
this
took
one.
that then. Yeah, let's give
Spin
this.
it.
Give this a listen. Oh my gosh.
This is gonna go offline.
That is stupid.
The second half of the drop, it's just like a whap whap whap. There's like a kind of like looping bit.
This bit.
No, it's like the second part of it. This bit. I think it's no, I'm missing it.
Bro, it's nuts, man. Absolutely stupid.
Insane.
Would you say that one, Sam, goes dummy hard?
Oh, dude, that one goes dummy hard.
That one goes
That goes
dummy
dummy hard,
hard.
man. That is fire, you know. It's
shit's
hella
fire,
fire.
you know.
Shit's popping low key. High key
Bussin',
popping.
it's
Bussin'. That is nuts.
It's very like from a game. It's the dung dung.
All right.
It's cool to hear something a bit less vocal from them as well.
Yeah.
Because obviously that's like that's their thing. Yeah, again, like really diverse production from these artists, and it's cool that we get to put that out.
Yeah. Because if you actually the original has like dung, dung,
Yeah.
which is very like it's been used in so many like game trailers and stuff.
Yeah.
This one's like winding up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I imagine when they play this live, they'll have a big build. Yeah.
Oh, it's just so sick. So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excited. What did we? Why do I have that specifically in my head? The original version. Never have I.
Well,
this. I think that
it
was that at the start
YouTube
of
space.
the. Yes, it was the YouTube space. But was it at the start of like a 30 million mix or something like that?
Yeah, it would have been.
I think it was because I'm thinking like I've heard this in Discord loads, and I think it's probably because I would have played that mix and that song starts
Possibly.
it. Yeah, it's such a good like intro stuff, intro song. Serious tunes coming out. That's great, so cool. And hopefully we can connect with some of those artists if they'll be there. At ADE and anyone else that's got some releases coming with us. Let's get to some Discord questions, I think. Daniel, who's been helping us out big time with the modding, really helping me when I haven't got the capacity to stay active in the server to like grow things. So congratulations.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're
Yeah, not you, man. Not you, man. But he's actually asked kind of like generally what our roles are, what we enjoy, that kind of thing. I guess I can go first because I've probably got the easiest role in the world. Yeah, so I'm community manager here at NCS, doing only 3 days a week, so I'm not always in with these guys, but basically get to do things like this, chat to you guys online as you'll see in the Discord, activation-y bits, and then also really I guess entwined in that role is kind of the content stuff, so the podcast, the vlogs, like you saw the beach grind thing, you'll have seen the Netflix video as well that went out, all that kind of stuff, but it's super fun and it means that we get to interact with you guys, artists, etc., and just generally get feedback on what you guys think about the label, which is fun. Yeah. Daniel?
Yeah, I guess so. I met Billy 8 years ago, and I feel like I've done pretty much every role kind of throughout the years, just doing lots. I guess my main thing at the moment I'm really enjoying doing is like listening to music, like from artists that submit us music, like reaching out to different artists. I do a load of legal stuff and like hiring and all sorts of stuff that's boring. But no, I think my main thing is like I love the music, and I think you and I need to work a bit closer together in terms of there's so much feedback from the community on the music, and I think like even down to the genres, which we're trying to work on.
I know you guys like are always saying in the comments and in the Discord about the colours of things, and we always discuss it. And I think it's probably been the most mentioned thing on the podcast, but trust us, we try and figure it out. It is a difficult thing. We had like a 15-minute conversation earlier about like one of the tracks of like what the colour should be.
Like a garage
and it's so difficult to figure out. But like we come to you guys for kind of feedback, and you're right, maybe we just need to figure out how that works in terms of implementing the things that you guys say and help us with. But it's interesting because I kind of came from doing more YouTube stuff like before the NCS role. You basically formed yourself into this role. You like chased it.
There wasn't
ages.
any roles to exist. So it was just Billy had started the channel, and then basically just needed help, and then that's kind of where I came in, and then eventually we've kind of built out to be a company and stuff.
Yeah, it's insane.
So, yeah. What about yourself then?
What about me? So I am the label assistant, which is a very broad role. I think I kind of support on pretty much everything across everybody in the business, except for maybe the community side of things. I don't really have much to do with that, but like marketing, product, distribution, everything there. I'm just sort of supporting the person who is leading on that. And in terms of what I enjoy, I definitely think everything on the creative side. I love the social aspect of working in music. I love release marketing. I love PR. Yeah, all of that stuff I really enjoy.
And you were at Liquidity before us, right? Like we mentioned.
So I was there for 6 months also working as a label assistant.
Similar kind of stuff.
I mean, similar, but it was my first label role. So before that, I was working more on the like touring, live events and artist side of music. So that was like the first time that I moved into label and sort of learnt the back end of distribution and all that sort of stuff. That was all completely new to me. But yeah, similar, but on a lower level, I would say. It was less intense. But yeah, it was a lot to take in 6 months.
Nice.
It's super interesting, like, even within the three of us. I think actually we probably hit the three of us hits quite a wide spectrum of what gets done in the team. But it's really interesting how like all these jobs, especially like mine and yours, Abby, can be like polar opposites, but like have to function to make these things happen. It's really, really interesting. Also, if you guys saw a slight pause and could hear any phone call, that was ADE ringing, telling you to buy your tickets for the Night Space event. Bosh. Yeah, cool. Daniel, thank you for that question. Michael, sort of in a similar vein, has asked like what we were doing before NCS. Abby touched on it then. I was doing YouTube channel management, so I was like cutting down old kind of documentaries that would go out on like the BBC or whatever, and reformatting them for like YouTube and then putting them on different channels. This is crazy because I spoke about this on like episode 1, which is mad. I had a channel called Wonder, which was like, this man survived 75 days lost at sea. And it was like thumbnail title to the nines, man. I loved that job. It was so fun. And then it was like clipping things up for social, all that kind of stuff. And general just like video and design, which I'm still doing a bit of now and I love doing. But it's good when you can get in a role like I'm doing now where you still get to, like you mentioned, the creative side of things, which I love, is like the outlet of other skills. Like if I want to do some design, like, you know, bits for ADE, like if I want to do a vlog, like I can still tap into the video stuff. It's a nice balance. What were you doing? Oh, you doing the management stuff?
Yeah,
right?
So I was doing artist management. I also was running my own label. And yeah, just like, I feel just winging it just the whole time. just meeting different people. First guy I ever met in the music industry was a guy called Ed Brew, who now runs Label Radar.
Wow.
At the time he was working for Monster Cat, and I was such a huge fanboy of Monster Cat, and then getting to meet people. And
it's crazy how life plans out, man. It's weird. And then Heroes of Paris is a legend. So this is someone in the server, right? And she's like a sick designer. And when we first started the podcast, our like branding was like, it was like greeny blue, wasn't it? And she drew. I'll try and find it for you after.
Yeah.
She drew this like almost like anime cartoon. Not quite. No, it wasn't even anime. Just like a cartoon of like me and Dan. And this was when Charles used to like speak off camera. So it was like a cartoon Sam, a cartoon Dan, and then a little Charles in like a speech bubble. But it was sick, eh?
Oh,
It was
cute.
so dope.
Really, really
She also won a competition that we did on NCS Nostalgia, which was like just draw any art that represents NCS Nostalgia. And she had like a girl and a boy like sat watching like NCS with like the visualizer coming out, like a room all decorated. She's a sick designer.
This isn't the same artist that drew the little anime styled character of Ago, is it?
No.
Is that a different artist?
Different person. Yeah,
Right,
there's a load
okay.
in the community that are super
Yeah, there
creative on
seems to
that
be some
stuff.
really talented artists in there.
Yeah, if you guys do any of that kind of stuff, there's a channel in the Discord, I think called like fan art, and you can just
Fan
put
art,
in whatever
yeah.
you want. Yeah, I shouted it out in the last podcast, the one before as well, but someone in the Discord like has drawn every
Oh,
NCS
every
release.
single release.
Like how?
Insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But it was
I'd love
super
to know how
impressive.
long that took that
Too
person.
long. And like, are you going to keep going now? Like, oh my God, it's crazy. But yeah, Heroes of Paris has asked, which I think is a super good question. What's the biggest thing that we think have changed in the years with the label? I think like there's the shift in sound that we've kind of touched on a few times in the podcast recently, and has happened over the last few months. For me, since starting, that's the biggest thing. Like now, not to say that I wouldn't listen to NCS releases, but it's just not kind of the genre of music that I tend to listen to. But like recently now, like the tracks that we just played, like, and maybe I've got the itch of loving more of the electronic stuff in general, but I think the sound has kind of broadened, especially on the main, especially on NCS compared to like arcade is kind of what you say is traditional and more in that lane.
Yeah.
But I just think the sound has shifted in what I think is a really positive direction.
I would say that like back then we were a YouTube channel that uploaded music. We had maybe some Spotify playlists and things like that, but it's almost like we've gone from being just a YouTube channel to being like a brand and like a label with like, you know, there's probably 20 people behind NCS combined. If you put everyone together, actually works on it day to day. So I think it's shifted from being just focused on being a YouTube channel to being a proper like company. You know what I mean? Like, and being able to work on music full time is just mad to me.
And do
That's just
things
a
like
strange
this,
concept.
like do
Yeah.
things like this, and do like events, and like to say that we're going to Amsterdam and are going to meet these people,
Yeah.
which is something that just started from someone making a channel.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's
so
really
cool.
weird.
So cool.
I guess it's a bit different for you, Abby, because
Well,
like you
yeah,
haven't
I've only
seen
been
the
here
preview.
what 6 or 7 months,
Mm-hmm.
7 months I think. But even in just that 7 months, I would say the diversification that's happened within the company has been massive. Like down from what we're actually doing to what we're releasing. Like when I first started here, we were pretty much just releasing electronic music, and then it was like the very distinctive sounds for NCS and then arcade. But then even just in the last 6 months, we've released Afrobeats, we've released rap, you know, we've released pop. There's just been so many different genres of music, and it's great to see like the different things that the community is connecting with, the things that people are enjoying. It's great
Yeah.
to be able to offer something for everyone. And then just the things that we're doing as well, like ADE, that's going to be amazing. Going to Beach Grind, bringing the podcast back. There's just so much more going on within the
Yeah.
brand, and I think it's really exciting to be a part of it.
Yeah, it's so cool. And just to see these different avenues that we can explore. Like we want to keep
Yeah.
trying to grow the team, want to keep doing different things. We want to do things for you guys, which is on my shoulders, and like we can try and, as we mentioned earlier, see how we can sort of take your guys' feedback and turn it into practical things,
Yeah.
because it's not as easy as just like passing over a message and then being like, okay, we can go and update that. And that's where I think it can seem like we're either, not that we'd never not listen to you guys, but it can seem like, oh, they're just coasting through doing what it is. But it's not, sometimes it isn't as easy as just like go in and click and change something. So there's a lot of elements that go into it. But like you said, it's super cool to see like everything expanding, growing. It's sick, man. Yeah, so cool. I guess the next thing to do is to board a flight and go to Dam.
Well, is it actually? Is there another episode?
There'll be
before?
another episode go out
There
before,
will,
actually. Yeah. We'll have one more, so I'll touch on idea a little bit again in that, and then also keep your eyes peeled. Probably it'll be the start of October time. We'll have the ADE podcast go out, which will be sick. You guys jump on, obviously. Who knows who's going to be there? Put some names in the comments below of artists that you want to see on the ADE podcast, and I'll see if I can try and grab them.
It's,
Yeah.
I think it'll be an interesting one.
It's going to be an
It will
interesting
be
one.
good.
You'll see us here, and we'll be in the same clothes. We'll just be like slumped over on the one when we're back.
Defeated.
Yeah, just defeated. But yeah, thank you guys for hopping on.
Yeah.
It feels good to just be
you.
able to just sit down and chat for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah. Abby, every time you come on, I feel like you get closer to taking the hot seat. So one day when I'm off ill, it'll be a complete
I've got you.
combination.
I've got you.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in, for listening, as always. Any suggestions for people you want to see on the podcast or anything you want us to talk about just when it's the staff on, go onto the Discord or stick in the comments below. There's a podcast questions channel you can put on the Discord, or like I said, just down below the video is great.
And get your tickets.
And get your tickets for the night space.
Get your tickets. Go and listen to that playlist on Spotify and click the link in the description.
Yeah.
Damn right. Thank you guys for watching. See ya.
See ya.
Bye.